So, because I had YouTube Studio set up from when I was doing the pass it on photos run, I thought I'd just leave like that scene on, and I could be doing this stuff in the background. Okay, so we know this is involved in state of dev, and it involves talking about the Pioneer and 1.0. So we can put that in straight away. I can't remember if they swear in this one. I know there's a bunch of them that did swear in. I specifically put one in as sweary snut talk. But like the intro state of dev one, I can't remember if they swore or not. And there we go. There's the stupid bug with the thingy again. Really hope they fix all the issues with YouTube Studio at some point. Okay, I'm gonna go get the teaser. Hoping that very small snippet of audio doesn't get this VOD flagged for the epidemic sounds thing. Like I said, I mentioned during the live stream clip, VOD, which did get flagged, that I was going to like skip over the audio. Excuse me. Where were we?
Come on, just set it up. Just set it up. Come on.
No.
Do it.
I'm not doing it.
Do it.
No, I'm not doing it. No.
Please.
You
Please.
do it.
I'm asking you.
No,
nice
you.
for once.
No, you hang out. Alright, here we go. What a fucking start of the stream. Holy shit. Welcome everybody to the
Well, that answers the question about the swearing.
Yeah, you sure are. I'm not paid enough to do it. We're like 2/3 of the videos so far on 1.0 has a dab in it. I feel like I missed an opportunity when I made the close beta video. Anyways, welcome everybody to the weekly dev stream.
Hello.
You're all fantastic. It's Tuesday yet again, and y'all don't have anything better to do, so of course you tune in for this shit.
Imagine being here instead of playing Helldivers 2.
Yeah, imagine. I paused my download.
Like, I'm not even in on it and I know how awesome it is. Oh, you paused it?
I don't want to fuck up the stream, dude.
It's good.
I don't know what the download rate is. But yeah, welcome everybody to the weekly dev stream, where we're going to dissect what we just looked at today. This is like the first real video of like content in 1.0, I guess. I thought it was funny when we ended. Yeah, imagine.
Yeah. Do it.
We're going to dissect what we just looked at actually today. Dissect what we just looked at.
That'll do.
We're going to dissect what we just looked at. I don't know what the download rate is here. But yeah, welcome everybody to the weekly dev stream, where we're going to dissect what we just. Everybody to. I don't know what the download rate is here. But yeah, welcome everybody to the weekly dev stream, where we're going to dissect what we just looked at actually today. So this is like the first real video of like content in 1.0, I guess. I thought it was funny when we ended last stream. Marv asked me about like what happened. Actually, is going to be. It's actually March 19, I think. The birthday of content in 1.0, I guess. I thought it was funny when.
Okay, so that's, I've got a link, a video at 1:44-ish from last week. I can like set up these related links manually, but okay. So background on how the site builder for the archive works. So there are 3 categories of links between videos. See also duplicates and replaces. So see also is just this video is related to that one in some fashion. Duplicates is someone's asked the same question since last week. Replaces is kind of the same, but the info presented in the video is inherently a replacement for the previously answered content. So this is typically like if somebody asks, oh, a new building is going to be introduced in the next update, and then a couple of months later somebody asks a question about a new building in an update, that answer replaces the previous one. So in this context, if I put it in as a info card, it'll permanently be linked from this video to this one, from this video to that one. Whereas with the see also stuff, when a video duplicates another one or replaces another one, what I tend to do is I transfer all of the see also information along with it, and then update all of the cross-references, so anything that referred to the previous most recent answer gets updated with the current one. Here we go. So there's the video. It's around about 1:44.
I thought it was funny when we ended last stream. Marv asked me about like what.
Okay, that'll do. Link it into the question itself.
What happened with the Pioneer? And I was like,
yeah, I asked that the week before. I'm wondering if they didn't read it out, because yeah, I'm gonna ping Snut about that one. Me asking about the Pioneer suit on last week's stream. I asked about it on the week before's, I think. But it wasn't answered. Was that cause... no, fuck, I'm not going to bother asking. Cause I'm only like somewhere between 40 and 60% sure that I actually asked the question, and I haven't figured out enough of Slido's API to actually grab all of the questions that are asked on a given session without actually scraping them alive. And the issue with like scraping them live or scraping them after, people can edit and withdraw their questions. So like one of the questions I asked as soon as the CSS dev stream went live was, like, are you going to do a side-by-side comparison of like the Pioneer suit? because there's a bunch of people in Discord, probably in Twitter and YouTube, who honestly couldn't tell the difference. So we were hoping for like a side-by-side thing. So when that question got answered, I just obviously withdrew it. And then as for editing, if somebody like edits a question after it's been answered, then the contents of that question are no longer accurate to what may have been read out on stream, regardless of whether or not the Snuts rephrased the question or like read it verbatim, because sometimes he rephrases them, especially for like brevity or if I'm asking questions about the little toggle. So yeah, there's issues with scraping from Slido. Unless there's like something in the API which lets us like see previous versions of the question. Either by saying, oh, like this was edited, like here's all the version IDs, versus like, oh, was edited, this is the current version, then that would mean it would be feasible to scrape it during, because then you could just keep all versions. So, there. Anyway, waffle. Let's save this and pick it back up. Okay, skip ahead to 144-ish.
I had that video done. I was like, well, interestingly enough, this is what happened. So we're gonna talk about that stuff today, and we're gonna talk about the birthday event that's coming up this weekend, March 16.
Happy birthday, Snoot.
Yeah, well, it's not my birthday, okay? It's our birthday.
Oh.
Satisfactory is going to be. It's actually March 19, I think, or 18. I think it's 19. Which is Monday next week. But that's actually 5 years
Stick that in the community event.
now, or 5 years since we launched Satisfactory in early access. So look at our baby, so big. It's growing up.
Actually, when is your birthday?
I'm saying that. I'm not doxing myself on the internet. So yeah, it's super exciting. Satisfactory events, or Brainy G and his gang have cooked up the storm. So on Saturday, if you go to twitch.tv/satisfactory events at 3 p.m. CET, it's going to be a fun little community events.
It's gonna be lit.
Yes, with a bunch of fun stuff, a bunch of mini games, interviews with coffee stainers, stuff. I don't know how much I'm allowed to reveal, because there's a few things I think that hasn't been revealed yet. But it's a fun little show that's coming up. So I highly recommend checking it out.
I would not be surprised if there's going to be an exclusive teaser revealed.
Shout out in the CC highlights command.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk about it then.
We'll make noise. Also, that's a good question, Snoot. When is Beta's birthday?
Beta?
As
in Satisfactory Beta?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably when? Okay, so does it have to be technically in like when is it born? Is the question I have to ask first.
Oh yeah.
Like
is it already born?
Is it born when people get access to closed beta? If that's the case, then we're still waiting. We're due. We're not quite there yet. Or what if we already started the closed beta and we just didn't tell y'all? Nobody would know,
Because nobody can even talk about it.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, how you doing?
I'm high. No, I'm not. I'm not.
Okay.
That's the word. That's the wrong word.
All right, that's
I'm high on happiness.
you can do the fire command now, Chad.
I should have. The full sentence would have been I'm high on happiness because it's been a week. It's been a weekend. It's been a weekend.
Good save.
That's actually a sackable offense. That's actually very good. I can do a test right now. I promise. I'm clean. And I've always been clean.
Yeah, don't do drugs, kids, unless it's legal.
But to the two people who care in here, we cleared DSR, and if you know what that means, you know what that means. Games are good. Helldivers 2 coming up. Work is fun. I don't know. Birthday event.
Goodness, so much going on.
Yeah, no, I'm flying.
There's so much going on.
Lifting's going on. It's going great. You look so interested in my life.
No, I'm just like reflecting on the fact that there's so much going on. I just had like. Because I've gotten a couple of people reaching out like, hey, can I get like 20 minutes to talk about something? And I'm like, no.
Of course not.
We're so busy right now. So, yeah. But let's talk state of dev then.
Let's not. At first, how are you?
Okay. Well, I'm busy. That's how I am. I don't know.
Every day is work day?
Yeah, every day is work day. Right now, it feels like it. Holy shit, there's so much going on right now. I mean, that's kind of what I address in the state of dev, actually. Because, yeah, like we're very busy right now with a lot of stuff that's going on.
Yeah, that's something.
We're somewhat content complete, but let's talk state of dev then.
Let's not. At first, how are you?
Okay. Well, I'm busy. That's how I am. I don't know.
Every day is work day?
Yeah, every day is work day. Right now, it feels like it. Holy shit, there's so much going on right now. I mean, that's kind of what I address in the state of dev, actually. Because, yeah, like we're very busy right now with a lot of stuff that's going on.
Yeah, that's something.
We're somewhat content complete. We're technically somewhat a lot of stuff that's going on.
Yeah, that's something.
We're somewhat content complete. We're technically somewhat content complete, but technically not. There's still a few things that we need to fix up, but for the most part, we are content complete with the game. We're working on, like, we technically have a beta version of the game internally right now. We're working on, and hopefully like we're working towards like getting the game into a good enough state so we can actually have our closed beta so we can give it to some people and see what they think. And I took a gander at the like signups right now and like how many people we think we're gonna invite, and I did some math. Okay, I did a little bit of math yesterday. So I think right as it is right now, the chance of getting into the closed beta is roughly like 0.05%. And it's probably going to get worse as time goes on. It's pretty good odds. Pretty good odds, honestly.
That's not right.
Zero, but it might be actually depending on how things go. So we'll see how it goes. And if you do get into the closed beta, buy a lottery ticket the same day because you obviously have something figured out. But anyways, so yeah, that's what we're working towards. We're working towards a good like beta version. And obviously last week and also during this stream, we revealed the new Pioneer model. And also during this stream, we revealed the new Pioneer. Obviously working towards a good like beta version. And obviously last week and also during this stream, we revealed the new Pioneer model. That's part of 1.0. There's a lot of polish that's been made in 1.0, and this is one thing that we always knew we wanted to do. And I'll tell you this story again because we kind of ended the stream last week on the story, but I'll tell it again because it's a funny story. So the Pioneer model, the way it usually works when you're making like assets for games, or at least how we do it, is you make like a high poly version of the model that you want to make for the game, and then once
I disabled autosave. Oh crap! I disabled autosave and I've just picked up biomass Okay, how much time have I lost? Yeah, I've lost 20 minutes. So I would have lost 5 minutes had I had autosave turned on. So it's not as bad as it could have been.
And downscaling it to like a lower poly version, you bake the high fidelity geometry on the mesh into textures, so those can be used as normal maps and stuff like that. Unless you use nanite, which is, but we're not doing that for these things, and especially not for the Pioneer, because then you can actually just use the full detailed model, and then it will scale up and down depending on where you're viewing it at. But the way it traditionally works is like you make a high poly version, and then you bake it, sort of. You save like the data for light and stuff like that into textures, and then you use a low poly version in game. And what happened with our Pioneer was that we lost the high poly version, so there's no way for us to make like adjustments to the Pioneer. We had to just roll with it. So we knew that we needed to, from scratch, essentially remake it, because, oops,
Shit happens.
Yeah. So we're happy to reveal that we have a new version of the Pioneer. It's been repolished. There's a couple of changes. I'm gonna take a look and compare the two Pioneers, like the two versions of it, the old and new. So here is the new Pioneers on the left, and the old Pioneers on the. And compare, have a new version of
Shit happens.
Yeah, so we're happy to reveal that we have a new version of the Pioneer. It's been repolished. There's a couple of changes. So we're happy to reveal that we have a new version of the Pioneer. It's been repolished. There's a couple of changes. I'm going to take a look and compare the two Pioneers, like the two versions of it, the old and new. So here is the new Pioneers on the left, and the old Pioneers on the right. And I think like when a lot of people saw the video, a lot of people noticed that like it's really high detail, but like they didn't really notice like what's the difference though. And like we didn't want to completely remake the Pioneer to look like completely new person, completely like spacesuit or whatever, Doom helmets and whatnot. It's still the same Pioneer. The helmet is still the same. I do believe we still have the high poly helmet. We might actually, or we might change the helmet as well. Future will tell, but for now it's the same helmet, but the body is quite drastically different, yeah, if you when they're side by side like this, you can probably tell sort of what's the difference here. It's mainly that like we've got rid of a bunch of wrinkles, it's a bit cleaner, and a bit more detailed. So let's jump through some of the
It should be a crime to have the before picture on the right hand side, in my opinion.
That is true, but that's just how it happened to be when I did this 30 minutes before the stream-ish. So yeah, essentially all the colors on the Pioneer are more like not as washed out, I would say. They're more clearer.
I forgot to do that one, didn't I?
Whatever you would call this portion of it. Wait, I need my laser pointer. Lasers! Like this portion of the like, if you look at the old one, the colors here look a bit more washed out, and if you compare it to the helmet as well, they're not like really matching, whereas now they're more matching. And it also made like the little like reflexes here like stand out a bit more, clearer. The material on this as well, like when you have like flashlights shining on it, like these will like be more bright than used on this version. And another really nice thing for me, or our animator, is that these like
Just doing these backwards because I already like know how to do them, and I just realised I haven't put all the save back on yet.
clip into the model itself.
Get these placed and then
So, like, if you have the Pioneer like
set
turn,
up auto save.
the suspenders would clip into the body of the Pioneer, which was really annoying. So we solved that now. So they're way better in that regard. And I think like one of the most obvious changes is the gloves. So this is what the gloves used to look like. This is what they look like now. They're more like almost like biker gloves, sort of. These were a bit more like metallic, I would say. I don't know. So these look like more gloves, and these are the things that you see the most when you play the game. You see the hands in first-person view, so it makes sense that those would get like a bit of a facelift, so to speak. And a couple of like changes to the detail as well with the texture. Wow, you can even see like some spots there from like the coffee maybe. I didn't notice that until now. Wow. This model, by the way, is so incredibly detailed. It's embarrassing how detailed it is. Got more of the zipper thing here.
We'll have more clear examples later. So like later on.
Yeah.
How much detail went into this?
And then we have like the knee pads. This is the old version, and then the new version. They're pretty similar. These look like actual like skating pads, I guess.
Yeah.
These are more like industrial in a sense, I guess. But this is more combat ready, I guess. So that's also been updated. The chest here, the harness thingy, like I mentioned before, these like suspenders put into the model, and this is not the case anymore. Now they look better. You see the pockets and stuff like that. Like the icon here, like there's so many. Well, tiny little details. So like the icon here, the Fix-It tinier, not the Fix-It logo. I can't remember what it's called. The check it or something. That one is a bit more clear. And we also have like the belt itself. The belt used to like this looks like kind of gaffer tape almost. And now it's like an actual like clean, proper harness thing or whatever it's called, and then yet another like little logo thing here.
Did the old one have the Fix-It word printed? I missed it.
No.
No.
So this is also a bit cleaner, like like the Pioneer pressed it. I think the pockets are also a bit better now, because I don't think you can clearly see them. Now it's a bit clearer, I think. Or if it's just one pocket now. Shoes. I think this is also one of the things where you notice the detail. So like these are the old shoes. You can see like how low poly they are. It's like pretty clear cut here. They look really jagged, and like the texture looks like comparatively these are so much nicer. I don't have it in this photo as well, but there's also like you can see another like check it logo in the corner of the heel, which is in the video. You got also the Fix-It logo here. It's like a combination of Velcro, not Velcro, but what's it called? The suspender thingy here, the regular shoes. So they look way nicer. I saw them in one of these boots.
The right-hand ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look clean as hell.
Yeah.
So I guess we got a new Kickstarter going for Dave at Heroic Replicas. Gotta make the shoes. And then we got the backpack. This is the old one. And then we got the new one over here, which is a bit more in line with like the rest of the colors on the body. I also saw some people notice that like I noticed it's rather funny. We have an XLR input here. So apparently the jetpack, the I/O for the jetpack is XLR. Very interesting. But now it's like a bit more flush with the body. I mean this portion of the back is supposed to be like where you hook up your backpack or your hoverpack or whatever. So it's supposed to be like the point of entry. And then no USB-C. That standard is apparently not Fix-It approved. And then I just want to warn everyone, if you're at work right now, these next two pictures are going to be a little bit not safe for work. So I'm going to give you a second to close off. But yeah, then we also have the butt.
I do cats.
This is the old version, and then we have the new one with a bit more contrast. And got the Fix-It logo over here. So yeah. Got it working. What do you mean lack off? This one has more of a patooey than the old one, I feel like.
Butts side by side.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the pioneer.
Mm-hmm.
The new. Out with the old, in with the new.
Overall, fresher, softer, newer,
Shinier, smoother,
shinier, fixed.
good stuff. Yeah.
Give me their shoes.
Yeah, it's super nice. Huge props to people who worked on this. A lot of work went into it. To clean, it's like this, but this is where you start off, right? So you get to do it'll get messy when you start working on it, I guess.
You get to get dirty.
Yeah, you get to get the dirty. So yeah, super nice. We need a dirt shader. That's pretty true. We should put that. Yeah, put that on the QA side. I want the Pioneer to look dirty.
TM.
Yep, TM.
So that'll be evenly split between those at max capacity of the
Good stuff.
belts.
That was it for state of demo.
Saves me
Not-
having to
not
actually
too
look up
much new content, but
what's actually my brain's lost my train of thought there because I'm like I looked at 3 different things at once. What was I saying? See if can I rewind on on Twitch and see what the hell I was saying? Oh. Why does it say it may contain gambling on Twitch? Is this me? Has that been on there for a while and I just haven't noticed? Because like this is me experimenting with me like my stuff. Got no gambling on the channel. It's just from the Twitch info presets tool. Just having to do API shit is because Twitch doesn't support it natively. Okay, rewind button? Is there a rewind button? Nope. Got the VOD though. Rewinding. Okay, there we go. So I've got my train of thought back. So I was waffling on about this nonsense down here. So we've got 4 6-unit a minute miners feeding into a Mark III belt at 75% clocking. So they'll do 45, 45, 45, 45. So 180 will come in here, split evenly between these two. Obviously the Mark I belt can't take 90, so that will be capped to 60. So the remaining 30 will then go into there and shove it up to 120. So that means the max capacity of the viaduct is met, and I don't actually have to go back and check what the capacity of the machines at the other end are. Not the capacity, the requirements. Yeah, I'm gonna get the timestamp for that after all thingy, but I'm also getting this shit done as well. Can I land on here? Yes. Now, if I remember correctly, I've got to blow something up down here. Oh, hang on a second. This rock is not here. I don't really know how to like best take photos of shit that isn't there. But yeah, that'll be something to keep an eye on if I end up getting into the closed beta. Anyway, yes, outro time's done.
Stuff. I want the Pioneer to look dirty.
TM.
Yep, TM. Yeah. Good stuff. That was it for State of Dev. Not too much new content, but like this is I guess the aperitif, if anything. Not too much new good stuff, TM. Yeah. Good stuff. That was it for State of Dev. Not too much new content, but like this is I guess the aperitif, if anything, of the stuff that's to come.
New stuff is still new, and you know.
Yep.
Teasers will come.
Yep.
Spoilers will come.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on a second. Am I not confusing that with this? I think I am. Because I blew up one of, like, I'm sure I blew up something down here. Like there was plants here or something. Right, so there's that saved. Let's get the monetization settings set. Oh, I need to check if they're actually swear in the first 7 seconds, that's the point. And is it on the community thing? Yes. Okay, we're good. So it's just swearing in general. But it does mean I have to go set it to restrict to adults so Google doesn't intervene again like they did on one of the videos. Which is really annoying. Yeah, he gives me issue with swearing on YouTube. Oh crap, that's offset wrong. Please don't tell me the entire set is offset wrong. Okay, well that's perfectly aligned, so all of that time I just spent there after I lost the autosave's being possibly completely wasted. I mean, if that's the case, I may as well load the save again. Anyway, last thing to check, subtitles, delete those. And now we can publish. So yeah, issues with YouTube and swearing. Okay, so the issue, the reason why I started setting videos with swearing in to adults only, there was a video that had swearing in, and it had swearing in the title. I set those monetization settings. I believe that was good. But because I didn't restrict it to adults only, YouTube intervened and manually set the video to adults only themselves. Now, I don't want them to be doing that too many times. That's why it's fucked. Okay, do you know what we're going to do? We're going to skim it. I think. Well, no, maybe. It's just tedious. It's not going to be that bad because it's just straight up and down zooming. The main issue with not skim. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Let's just pull up skim. I'll get back to the YouTube swearing thing momentarily. Okay, here we go. So, the reason why I wouldn't be able to use skim is because of the staircase. But if it lets us filter the selection by saying like I only want to select the pillar and the foundations and everything else is fine, I'm good. Okay, we want to put an altitude filter on first because the foundation tiles are fine. It's the pillar supports that are wrong. We can do a quick check. So I want to nudge this. I'll have to offset the position. Yeah. No, I'll just tweak the altitude filter, check it. Altitude, I think that's 91 meters. Yep. Okay, so we can see this one here is correct and this one isn't. So if I lower it some more, there we go. Okay, I'm going to put, see, I'm going to take a screenshot of this UI and I'm going to see if I need to put a GitHub feature request in. Because what I would want to be able to do is have checkboxes on these and say, I only want the big concrete pillars and the concrete supports to move. Requesting that the item selection widget have checkboxes that are checked by default on, so one can filter the items being deleted. Let's say deleted / moved / etc. Use case, I accidentally offset my viaduct pillar supports cm off and want to offset the position, but the staircase surrounding the northmost pillar is, or northmost support is in the correct location. I want to be able to only move the foundation tiles, concrete pillars, and pillar supports while leaving the lifts, belts, and catwalk pieces intact. Well, in place. So yeah, I can't move like the northmost pillar in this game, but I can move the rest of them here. So we'll select those, say offset selected item's position, and we want to move probably about, I don't know, is it 10 centimeters south? So what's 1 meter south? Negative offset Y to the north. So we want to be plus 10 centimeters. So that didn't work. So we'll do plus 40. Now, how do you filter selection? Apparently I might be able to do this in one go. So let's reload this. Loading and trying again. So yeah, Skunk Monkeys said filter them before selection and they won't be affected. But I don't know if they're referring to an item filter or the altitude filter. If they're referring to the item, like the altitude filter, then like I'll have to like show a screenshot of what I'm talking about. For fuck's sake. Yeah, that's not doing what I think we want it to do. So let's upload that again. Oh, now I get it. Right. I completely forgot. We've got this shit over here. Where's OBS? So, yeah. This. Yeah. Okay. So, I've set this to 120. 85. Alright. And then we turn off walkways. And the player. And the belts. And then we select all of this shit. Offset it 50 centimeters. Set it back to 120. I think I might have offset it in the wrong direction. Okay, so turn the selection menu back on, brings up, makes it select everything that was selected there. Okay, so now I need to set it 100 meters in the opposite direction. I think. Set item position plus 1 meters. Oh, I did that in the wrong direction yet again. Okay, so now we need to be minus 2 meters. Minus 50. That's too far up. Okay, everything apart from one thing looks okay. Okay, what's that one there? That's a, okay, 8,766 minus 4. Okay, so I clearly need to edit these some more. Everything's just fucked. So the amount of time I'm spending in this game, it would have been quicker for it to just do this manually. Okay, first of all, I'm going to like horizontally shift it so it's more obvious what I'm doing, right? See, there's the problem. That's the. I was trying to visually align everything up with that, and that's offset. Okay, so I need to move stuff, like a bunch of stuff north, and because I've moved everything over to the east first, that means I don't actually have to change the altitude filter anymore. Okay, that looks like it's lined up. Anything else is like rendering issues with pixel positioning nonsense. So if we offset these back 16 meters, now download this save. Now I have to put this thing in the right folder. So this will be the 8th time. I think I've, 9th, 10th, 11th. So this will be the 12th autosave, well not the 12th autosave, but the 12th calculator save. I think some of those were the same task, it was like multiple attempts. So if I now load game, so I was messaging back and forth with Skunk Monkey because, like, you know, really quick response there, saying, "Oh yeah, fill it with them before selecting." Anyway, so that's been published. I think did I turn the skim scene off? Yes. Okay, so now we go for the second video, which is technically the third because the community highlights is the second video. Actually, the third, technically, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we'll just quickly do all this data. actually have topics for those. So let's just let's doggo biology. Alright, so back to what I was going on about YouTube and swearing. So just setting monetization settings, saying that the swearing in doesn't age gate the content. You have to age gate it yourself, which is weird. Right. Okay, so now everything should be fine apart from the pillar top. Yep. So yeah, it was just like really frustrating having to deal with that shit. So since YouTube's issues, I now have to like effectively moderate it myself, which has an unfortunate side effect, meaning that anyone who does not have a YouTube account cannot watch certain videos. I don't have the time to be able to actually edit them and stick bleeps in myself. And I did look into whether the YouTube Studio UI could do anything about it. So Edit UI could do anything about it because, you know, it's got one. I think I mentioned this on another stream. You can strip chunks of video out of the video without having to re-upload. You can apply entire audio tracks. You cannot apply sound effects, nor can you use the same UI for deleting chunks and say, mute this section. Because there is, like there are a few sound effects in YouTube audio library that could be used to like creatively apply censorship. And the annoying thing is, YouTube system does support selectively muting based on the timestamp range, because that's precisely how copyright matching works. Whenever I've uploaded an intro/state of dev segment before, and I've included like the YouTube teasers that Snut and Jace have made, they'll invariably use something from Epidemic Sounds, and because the monetization on the channel doesn't get enough to justify paying for a license, basically I can't monetize any video with Epidemic Sounds in. Like I can't monetize any video with Epidemic Sounds library in it. So what the options you get when you're doing this kind of thing is you can, like, I think delete an entire chunk of offending video, or you can mute it. Now, it would be incredibly helpful with regards to like age gating content and saying, oh, this content has swears in it. You can just go through the editor and say select swearing, and just select mute. So that would be less jarring than having like cut out the chunk of video, because it would skip all, like it would visually skip all. Obviously, if you can lip read to be able to tell what they're doing. But there's a blur tool for that. You could click blur like the mouths whenever they swore, so you technically wouldn't be able to lip read even though you'd know exactly what they were doing. So YouTube's system does support what I want it to do with regards to swearing. They just don't let you do that. And I don't have the time or like motivation to sit and learn how to use DaVinci Resolve to do it properly. Because like, every time I've sat and tried to use DaVinci Resolve for something related to the archive, I've ended up learning how to do it in FFmpeg instead. Which is just like entirely hilarious. There's a thread or a like a series of messages in Jace's dev chat channel, or on Jace's Discord, where I post and then annotate the well, it's not annotate, commentary. Yeah, post and provide commentary on. Oh, hang on a second. Am I on the wrong thing? Yes, I'm on the wrong thing. I want to be going up there. I post and then annotate the like an earlier version of the script I wrote to process these DevStream clips into YouTube Shorts, which I also haven't had the time to do recently. And it's compared to like doing something in a GUI, the FFmpeg script has like surprisingly complex syntax. Of course, I am like doing several crops from the same video source and outputting and creating a new video source at the same time. And I learned how to do that rather than figure out how to edit a video in DaVinci Resolve to do the same thing that I'm doing with a really complicated FFmpeg script.
Let's check.
Anyway, this video's less than a minute long, so that means I can check for monetization settings from here. So yeah, oh yeah, the other thing about the whole swearing thing. YouTube can detect swearing itself, because you may notice on the archive, it's more obvious in like the markdown versions, because they transcribe swearing differently. So it's not visible on the newer versions. They strip out swearing from the subtitles. So YouTube knows that they're swearing in a video, at least according to the subtitle transcription. So it could automatically flag, there is swearing in this video. It could suggest to the uploader, we think there is swearing in this video at these points. Do you want to check it? Or do you want to set the monetization settings to this? And they don't. And that's not introducing new features into the platform. That is reusing data that already exists. Transcribe audio. Is this a swear word? Remove it.
God, if there are any questions.
None? Okay.
None? Okay, cool. How many questions are regarding... Actually, okay, we're good. We should be good. Yeah, Marv spoiler. I haven't found it yet, but it's gonna be a fun surprise when I do see it.
I forget what the question was that I asked, but there was only one relatively innocent question this week. Whereas like last week's was confirming whether or not farming was on the cards post 1.0 content. Because it's a feature that they've talked about doing. In Satisfactory. and like the running joke is that if we have farming in Satisfactory, could lizard doggos provide fertilizer? Which begs the question, if lizard doggos can require fertilizer, from whence does it come? Which is like the polite way of saying, does a lizard doggo have a cloaca or a butthole? So last week's question was like, if they confirm that farming's coming, then I can stop asking about it. Oop. So do I still have the Slido window open? Because I typically leave them open. Oh yeah, did all the butthole questions give you all trypophobia? Because somebody mentioned trypophobia during the community highlights, which is like a fear of holes. Anyway, I've waffled on again, like too long, so now I'm gonna have to re-listen for swearing.
If there are any questions.
None. Okay.
None. Okay. Cool.
Alright, we've got to blow up another one.
Questions are regarding. Actually, okay, we're good. We should be good. Yeah, Marv spoiled it. I haven't found it yet, but it's gonna be a fun surprise when I do see it.
Okay, so I'll be able to land something somewhere over there. There's tree lodding again. I think that's fine, but because of the subject matter, I'm going to stick it on abbreviated anyway, but not age gate it. Double checked in the category. Yep. Now I haven't started putting stuff in the category because, again, shortcomings in YouTube's platform. I can set a default category. I cannot set a default game. And flaws in YouTube's UI and saving system mean that often the category will disappear despite me having set it. Sometimes I'll just forget to set it. And quite often if I don't set it, YouTube will have completely messed up ideas about what a video was about. Okay, those should be set to yeah, those will set to public. Cool. So now we go for video number 4. Stick the title in. So we've got 1.0 story and multiplayer. Finish that saving, because if I put the category in before that's finished saving, I don't know why I'm moving the mouse up there because it's in the cart. I know the master's capture, right? So right above here, there's a save status widget, right, which is like, you know, down there. YouTube's UI will reset when it completes a save, rather than presenting the current state and retaining it. I'm sure there's reasons why they do it, but the side effect means that if you are doing multiple edits, it'll wipe them out, and if you are playing the video while you're on the screen and it's save, it'll reset the video. which is really, really frustrating, especially if it's like a very long video. So, yeah.
Will the story be better experienced solo, stranded on an unfamiliar planet alone, or in multiplayer, screwing around with friends? So, the story or the narrative, I think it's going to be pretty much the same regardless of how you do it solo or not. It is... there's going to be a video sort of talking about the narrative in 1.0, so I don't want to talk about it just yet. We're gonna have
so I'm thinking I run it over to here,
at some point,
down to like somewhere down there, and then over to there,
but,
or run it over this
so we'll
side
explain further, like essentially what that
and
experience
run
will
it
be like.
to
So,
there, which I
stay
think
tuned
might
for
be
that.
preferred. Yeah, sometimes it's difficult to gauge the scale of the power towers until you've actually spawned them. That's really tight. Okay, if we turn it so it's facing more that way. Let's scoot it over a bit. Not really having a good time with the placement here. I could just bring it round this side. Okay, it's not bedded in that rock. It's not bedded in the rock on that side. But that foot's still hovering mid-air. See, that's a question I keep forgetting to ask on the Slido thing. Will power towers get extending feet in 1.0 like every other machine? I think I'm just going to have to deal with like the foot being embedded. Ah yes, before we forget. Subtitles, checking for closed captions. There we go, closed captions. Because they screw up the YouTube UI. Just the live stream captions are behind the audio, whereas YouTube's captions aren't. The closed captions get priority, which is just hideous. Oh, I thought I pressed H there, didn't. Apparently the Pioneer can climb a ladder without using their hands. I am post about that in the Discord there, that's hilarious. Okay, I think I want to orient it a little bit better. Go. Cool. Next video. Requested features, customizer, buildings, user interface.
Will we have the ability to? Will we have the ability to sample color from existing building eyedropper? My factories are different shades of the same color. Two ways to say it. So I think one thing you can do, you can actually change the default colors in your factory. So if you don't like having to repaint your factories, you can actually set up so that like when you're building factories, you can set it so like every building you place are from a specific swatch. I also think you can set it so like you can change which swatch you're currently dropping from. So like whenever you place new things, they would use that swatch. So highly recommend checking out that feature. It might not fit your specific question here, depending on like your use case here. I do agree that there are cases where it would be nice to just like when you color pick, it would get the color as well. Let's see how we have time to fix that.
Let's check for subtitles. Nope. Publish. Now, I've got two choices here. Either I can go through a spider tunnel, or I can like take a ride on the viaduct while I'm doing YouTube studio shit. Guess which I'm doing? Stuck in the belts. Someone's asked a question that might be kind of related to what I'm doing here. It's like in the Discord chat, like, oh, what do you do with going from horizontal belts to vertical belts? So I'm just going to take some photos of this shit. Also, oh no, wait, I do have power. I can hover pack this shit and get a better angle. It's not quite what they're asking about because they've posted their screenshot context, but I'm still going to take the photos anyway. Screenshots. Where were we? YouTube shit. Yes, I think it's probably should collect more rods. I don't think I'll need them, but because I'd probably run out of plates before I run out of the rods, I'm going to get them anyway.
RCE bridge review stream when? Good question. I wonder if we should save that for the 1.0 release stream. Maybe that could be a fun little thing. Like, take all the bridges that we've had on community highlights and just like do review together with Real Civil Engineer. I should probably reach out to him and ask him if he's interested in that. I think that would be really fun.
Yeah, that isn't the first time people have asked about getting Real Civil Engineer on stream. Oh, I should have dropped off the creature parts while I was there.
Next video when? Hopefully, probably not this week, but maybe next week. Yeah.
You're watching it right now?
Maybe. Who knows? I should put this in the 1.0 teasers playlist.
we want to top up on other shit while we're here? Yeah, because I haven't been building power storages. I can't actually remember the last time I needed a stator. Nitrogen. There we go. Next video! This should have 2 questions in one. So I don't think I've actually added the feature fully to the QA site. Not QA site, the Clips archive site. It's partially there. Having questions be searchable that are within another video. It was designed for when questions are getting asked in the State of Dev segment, but it can also be useful for things like this, where you've got an overall question, but a very related question that isn't separate enough to warrant its upload as a separate video.
Is the dab features in last week's teaser going to make it into 1.0? I know. No, that was just for funsies.
So, like, how I make that searchable and how I present it, I haven't quite decided.
If the dab is not in mode currently, how many uploads on the QA site do?
Here we go.
Funsies. Not an actual emote.
I'll have to wait for it to finish saving. Because it's shit.
If the dab is not in mode currently, how many uploads on the?
See, if the dab is not an emote currently, how many upvotes on the QA site will it need? I just realised the thing I was doing to make up for having to roll back the save, I can be doing it down here. Where basically I do the same thing I do when I'm laying out like the top of the supports. I just run these along and then I remove the middle 6. Which is a hell of a lot easier than running along on the catwalk and putting the supports in after. That might mean I'd be able to get away without putting these catwalks in.
If the dab is not in mode currently, how many uploads on the QA site do we need to be for it to be added? 5,000. Okay, how many uploads on the QA site do we need to be for it?
Do we need for it to be added? Okay, then put QA site on. And then somebody else already posted it. Yeah, I've got to log in. But, boop. So, yeah.
Is the dev features is not an emote currently. How many uploads on the QA site do we need to be for it to be added? 5,000. Famous last words.
5,000 upvotes needed for dab emote to be added to 1.0. This copied into Discord and post it on Twitter. Might be inclined to post it on Reddit later, but yeah. So you leave it at the temporal when temporal's going through and linking everything up. Hang on a second. I should probably like link straight to the 11 seconds, but yeah. Oh, I forgot to put the link to the video in. Whoop. Set that to public. Yeah, that video is more than a minute long, so I'm going to be doing it elsewhere. Well, doing it elsewhere. I'm going to be checking the monetization settings from the main edit screen, not the quick edit screen. 6. Copy details over, and I'm going to be playing it in the background. Ah! No. And of course I can't easily get back up again.
When are we gonna get see gameplay from Mikael? That's a good question.
When it actually, so slight spoiler, we're finally making headway with setting up a streaming studio at the office for me. So finally, on a week by week basis, my audio slash video slash today lighting quality won't change randomly, penduluming, swinging.
It's gonna jump a bit soon.
Yeah, and when that's running,
Then there are no more excuses.
look into it,
Yeah.
for sure, because that's very much, if not on the top, then close to the top of just what I want to do.
Yeah.
In terms of like making content for you guys. I'm not really a new player anymore, I guess. It's been like almost 4, no,
You're always
5
new.
months.
Are you at tier 7?
Oh, I'm garbage, don't get me wrong, I'm garbage.
No, but
no,
are you-
I'm in tier 3.
Yeah, okay, you're new still.
Yeah.
You're new until you get to tier 7.
Yeah.
That's when the game starts.
Yeah. Oh yeah, well, yeah, tier
Then the
5
tutorial is over.
phase 3. It's those 100 footballs, man. Like,
Those 100 footballs.
yeah, like making them and my, or just thinking of making them and my motivation goes to like shit. So, yeah. Phase 3, not tier 4. Sorry.
With satisfactory, Mikael already playing 1.0, and that's why we can't see a satisfactory gameplay. I mean, that is technically true. You're gonna have to restart.
I'm playing 1.0 and 1.1. Oops.
1.1.
Yeah.
Damn.
They haven't told you about it? Oh shit.
But if you start streaming, you're gonna have to go back to update 8. That's gonna suck, dude.
Oh, is that possible?
No, you have to.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
you have
save there, it's 1 minute 50. So there is like a utterance of the word shit about halfway into the video. So that's going to require certain like monetization settings, but I don't consider that to be harsh enough that YouTube's likely to complain. So I'll not age gate it unless it gets even more sweary.
No, you have to. Yeah, you have to start from
Yeah,
scratch
that's
again.
gonna be honestly that might be for the best. Well, I always been thinking I'm making a new game for Speaking of this,
Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
There are, I can't go back to update 8 right now. There's like a few features that I can't live without.
That's elitist. Oh shit! What the hell? Look at this high horse.
It is a struggle to go back to update 8. But not for the reasons you guys think. Okay. Yeah, this is a mad tease. This is a flex.
Speaking of, I have my 1.0 save open in front of me right now.
Oh shit. Check the reflection in his eyes.
Can you see anything, Chad?
Can you see anything?
Are my eyes like visible?
Oh my god, I can see everything.
Okay. What do we see?
But I feel like that's the case for every update. Like if you play update 7, it's really hard to go back to update 7. I can see fear.
And hats, I can see. And hats and hats. Mark 23 minus.
Very nice.
1.0 is so bright. Yeah, okay. Shut up. Get the hell out. Next week it won't be, hopefully.
That's pretty good though.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. You got me there. Mark 6 belts. It is actually getting very warm here. I'm not gonna lie.
And here it's
How will I?
nice.
Let's find out now. Like actually, what it's like if I.
Now it got
This.
It's like
Yeah,
hella
it's
dark
really,
now.
Really dark. Yeah, like this was the These were my like 2 options. Honestly, at a first glance, I might prefer this, but the problem with this screen is that I would be like flashbanged over and over by swapping tabs. So.
Or actual flashbang.
Yeah.
There we go. Stiff neck. Let's see, subtitles. No CCs despite it being like a 4-minute video. I wonder if that's because it's a stitched together video. I'm not sure what will actually kick into gear once this viaduct gets completed. Like, I can't remember how much of gas filters were actually set up. I know batteries won't start producing anything. Purely because I never got around to actually setting them up. Oh shit. Purely because I never got around to setting the manifold up. And like, I'm not likely to either. Which, you know, highlights things to change for the next playthrough. Like, don't bother setting a battery production floor into the mix. Okay, I'll just copy some information over. thought I'd actually remember to put that video into the playlist. Because I've noticed lately, like particularly with the longer videos, I can forget to add them to the dated playlist, and I don't get notified of that until I start doing the site build. Because one of the first things the site builder does is check, is every video that is on the channel actually in a dated playlist. Well, every public video with some unlisted videos. Because that's like the quickest way of highlighting whether a mistake was made, and that's purely because I don't want to rely upon the date published field to say this was in a given live stream, because if they do multiple live streams on a single day, which I think has happened like once, or like if they hop around channels. Like then it would just go weird. It's more practically speaking, if they do a live stream the same day that they post a YouTube video, going by playlist means it's easier to, like within the data structure, to say this is a completely separate thing to this YouTube video, rather than saying all this shit was published on like the same day. Set to category. Yep.
With Satisfactory being feature complete, state did the position on official mod support for 1.0 change? Or still something that won't happen? Probably won't happen. Still unchanged. We'll probably. I might make a video on this stuff later, explaining further, but that's what it is.
Yeah, it was a different video I was thinking of, because there was two questions I asked this week that made reference to specific dates, like this one, and I forget what the other one was. Like this was last asked in February, but that was before like they announced that they were in a feature complete state. So I thought I'd just like confirm whether Satisfactory being in a feature complete state would mean that the position on the official mod support for 1.0 would change. So, important question to have asked, but not necessary to link the video in if the date isn't called out. Finish there. No, I don't want to open the analytics. What I used to do with the video was select them all and add them in bulk. but YouTube being YouTube screwed up that like feature. So it used to be that it would go added to the playlist in the order that you select, and then it didn't. And then like the idea with that was that I want the playlist to be in the order the videos went uploaded. So if I select them in order and I publish them all at once, it doesn't matter what order they get published in because the playlist will be in the correct order. Problem is, they changed some shit. So the default order for playlists is now publishing order, and the manual order has to be done one thing at a time. It can't be done in bulk anymore. And I think it's like a relatively expensive operation for getting like the original file names I've uploaded stuff with, and then setting the playlist. So I could have the site builder fix the shit automatically. So, I mean, one of the things I could do is I could look and see how expensive it would be in terms of API port to actually fetch the data but not set it, and then just alert me to playlists that need manually tweaking. But that's really only going to affect like a few months worth of content, I think, at most, and a lot of the early content, which I don't think people manually look at. So, yeah. The awesome shop. One was reference to 1.0 teasers. Pioneer suit. I mean, putting it on the Pioneer suit, or the Pioneer topic and character customization is kind of redundant. There we go. Yeah, relating to the topic of not wanting to rely on the recording date for grouping the videos in the site builder. I did initially experiment with using tags to manually say this is a frequently asked question. It was just really cumbersome. For like a similar reason, like assigning topics to videos through tags would also be really cumbersome, and also like the tag system in YouTube is global, it's not by channel. So you can browse like uploaded, you can browse created playlists on YouTube. Yeah, we'll fix that shit later. Yes, you can browse created playlists on YouTube. I don't think you can browse tags by channel. Or at least if you can, it'll be buried away inside like some obscure search widget, search filter thingy. It might even not be exposed to UI at all, it might just be syntax only.
Prototype character customization by adding the old Pioneer model to the awesome shop. No, we probably won't use the old model anymore. We're gonna happily delete that. No more.
At least archive it.
No.
Yes.
Just do what we did with the old Pioneer model. Just like delete it or not save it or whatever.
I think I might need to take a break around about a quarter way through these, just from like streaming, and just to get do something else. Because the reason I'm streaming is because it helps manage the lack of focus that I have. So it means I'm doing like the entire thing at like once, and not just like disassociating from it for about an hour before I'm realizing, oh shit, I'm only like 5 videos in. But also, like, my sleep cycles been getting back to kind of normal. So I'm not sure whether it's tiredness or illness kicking in right now, but something funky is going on with my head. So taking a break would mean that I'll have an opportunity to like renew my brain and then make a decision as to whether I'm going to like go to sleep or just take a break and come back. Because I was working on the secret project that isn't secret to anyone that's been paying attention. To what I was saying like several streams back. I'm hoping to get phase 2 of it finished this week. And when that gets done, I'll be able to actually set it to public. Although it depends on whether I'm considering like an aspect of phase 3 to be part of phase 2 or not. But it's gone well. I've learned a whole bunch of stuff about TypeScript. I'm quite proud of what I've like done and with what I've learned. Whether it'll be of any use to anyone aside from me remains questionable, but it will be getting open sourced. Anyway, subtitles, delete captions. Quite close to centre. That is a good estimation, that. Compensating for the arc of the snowball. Yeah, so if I was going to take a break, this would be a good place to do it, because blueprint, belt. So let's get this saved. Yeah, I've been streaming 2 hours, so yeah, I haven't got that much progress done on the videos. But my level of concentration is like been steadily declining throughout the evening, so I've got some streaming done, I've got some YouTube shit done. I think the plan I did, like I had yesterday to like just get rest rather than start clipping it last night was good. So yeah, progress is progress. So that's going to be all for now. I might be back on late this evening, as I mentioned. I might not. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.